Good evening and welcome to the Senior Community Awards for the class of 2022. My name is Madison Swinson and I have been an active member of our class's steering committee for the past 4 years. This has allowed me to witness firsthand the excellence and talent our class possesses. It is with great pride that I welcome you all here tonight. Our small town of Tunkhannock is nothing short of a family. When one is hurt, we rally together and support them. When one is awarded, we celebrate them. That is what I encourage you all to do tonight. Celebrate those who have been rewarded for their hard work and accomplishments, and recognize the memory and achievements of the individuals who many of these scholarships are dedicated to. Thank you for your kind and generous donations to our students and their futures. We are beyond grateful. The Class of 2022 Steering Committee would like to congratulate everyone who is being awarded tonight. To begin this award ceremony, please join me in welcoming Michael Sickler to the stage. After graduation, Michael plans on attending Moravian College to pursue nursing, and tonight he will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
If able, please rise and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. To start our award ceremony off, it is my pleasure to introduce the Tunkhannock Area High School Principal, Mr. Todd Bosher.
Good evening. As Mike introduced me, my name is Todd Bosher, and as principal of Tunkhannock Area High School, I welcome the generous families and community organizations and the grateful recipients and your families to this 2022 Senior Community Awards ceremony. I know I say this every year, but I know of no other school district which is able to host an annual event of this significance. Tonight is a testament to the families who generously honor their loved ones and the businesses and organizations who generously give back to this community and its students. Before we begin our awards, in an effort to expedite the presentations, I would like to briefly describe the process which will take place on stage. As I introduce the awards from this podium to my right, I would ask the presenters to work their way to this center podium using this set of steps here. And presenters, don't be afraid to move the microphone and don't be intimidated by the lights. Recipients, when your name is called, please come forward. Again, use these center steps. Greet the presenter and receive the award in this area marked by the X. This will ensure that you're both visible on the camera as this event is being both live streamed and recorded. And then together, if you'd just simply proceed off stage for a photograph just off stage. And with that introduction, we will begin our awards. The Brenna McDonald Memorial Scholarship, presented by Holly McDonald and Addie McDonald Dickinson. Joining me on stage are Holly and Addie, who will be presenting the Brenna McMadeline McDonald Memorial Award. This award was established in 1998 in Brenna's memory after Brenna was killed in an automobile accident on her way to school. The criteria for this award are class rank falling within the second 10% of the class, a highly rated academic record, involvement in extracurricular activities, both school and community, and acceptance to post-high school education or training. In short, we are looking for someone who reminds us of Brenna, who was a bright, caring, and delightful young lady with a wonderful sense of humor. This year's recipient meets all of these qualities. According to the letters of recommendation, this applicant is kind, compassionate, reliable, hardworking, honest, and an absolute joy to work with. These qualities all describe Brenna. The applicant was also described as an astute business person with an entrepreneurial spirit. Brenna, too, was interested in majoring in hotel management in college and had a similar interest in business. The personal essay beautifully described a blended family and all of the advantages that can be associated with it. The recipient of this award is planning on attending the University of Rhode Island in the fall to study psychology and criminology, criminal justice. The winner of Brenna's 2022 scholarship is Madeline Lockard. The Dwight R. Evans Memorial Scholarship, presented by Dr. Robert Kuschke.
Good evening. Yes, I am Rob Kuschke. The Evans family could not be here tonight, and they asked me to step in. You know how you guys are always saying it'd be great to keep in touch with me after you graduate? Well, it would be. I love hearing from my former students. John Evans was a freshman my first year teaching here. And John is now 40, lives in Utah with his family, very successful, and I am proud to say that John has become my friend and a very good guy. So when John called me the other night and said if I would step in and present his father's award, I said it'd be my honor. So, the Dwight Evans Award. The Dwight Evans Memorial Scholarship honors the memory of Dwight Evans, a longtime Tunkhannock resident dedicated to improving life through understanding science. Awarded annually to one graduating senior, the scholarship aims to encourage a young adult's academic passion for science and to help bring that passion and enthusiasm to a future career. This non-need-based scholarship is awarded in 4 annual $2,000 increments totaling $8,000. This year's recipient is an exceptional student, accomplished musician, involved class member, and community helper. Her recommendations defined her as dedicated, passionate, motivated, well-rounded, honest, humorous, compassionate, outgoing, and responsible. She is enrolled in many rigorous AP courses since she was a sophomore, earned stellar grades, and has been described as a rare talent. Juggling schoolwork, family obligations, extracurricular activities, community service, and church responsibilities, she has said her mission in life is to simply put the scientific skills that she has been developing for years into a way to aid future generations and current individuals alike. Hoping to major in biochemistry at Temple and someday working in stem cell and gene editing research, this year's winner is Alyssa Kowalczyk.
The Howard and Geraldine Trogger Memorial Scholarships, presented by Warren Trogger, along with the 2021 recipients Jillian Landon and Jack Chilson.
Good evening. I am Warren Trogger, nephew of Howard and Geraldine Trogger. In my uncle and aunt's will, they designated $500,000 to begin the Howard and Geraldine Trogger Scholarship Trust. I'm honored tonight to present the 6th recipients of this scholarship. Each year, one female and one male senior of the Tunkhannock Area School District receive a one-time amount. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my uncle and aunt. My uncle was born, raised, and lived his 89 years at Lake Winola. My aunt was born and raised in Mill City. Both graduated from Falls Overfield High School, which is now part of the Tunkhannock Area School District. After graduation, my uncle served in the Navy and my aunt began her working career. After his service in the Navy, they married. For a few years after the Navy, my uncle was employed driving a truck transporting new cars from Detroit to the East Coast for sale. Then they took a life-changing chance and purchased an old store in Mill City and began Trogger's Hardware. After many additions and remodelings to the building and adding bottled gas, then fuel oil and propane gas service, they achieved a thriving business. They also owned rental apartments, a laundromat, a rental storage facility, built a structure leased by the U.S. Postal Service at Lake Winola, and built the Winola Plaza, a strip mall. Even though very successful in business ventures, neither had the opportunity or the family encouragement for further education beyond high school. They both regretted this as they valued education as the most important aspect in life. Uncle Howard was a Falls Overfield and Tunkhannock Area School Board member for many years. He was also on the board of directors at Keystone College. My aunt and uncle had no children in their marriage, and this scholarship trust is a way they felt they could help students of the Tunkhannock Area School District further their educational experience. Being a retired teacher of 36 years myself from the Tunkhannock Area School District, I'm especially pleased to be part of the scholarship process in honor of my uncle and aunt. Each recipient this year will receive a one-time $10,000 amount. As is tradition, last year's scholarship winners are here tonight to present this year's winners. So I ask you to welcome last year's winners as they come forward to present the 2022 scholarship winners. Jillian Landon and Jack Chilson, please come forward.
Good evening. I'm Jillian Landon, last year's winner of the Trogger Scholarship. It is my honor to now announce the 2022 female recipient of the Howard and Geraldine Trogger Scholarship, Miss Catherine Banta.
Good evening. I'm Jack Chilson. I received the Trogger Scholarship last year. It is my honor to announce the 2022 male winner of the Howard and Geraldine Trogger Scholarship, Jordan Wagner.
The Dr. W. Dayton Shelley Memorial Scholarship at the Community Foundation, presented by Melissa Shelley Kendrovi.
Jack is tall. Good evening. Each year, I come here to give a scholarship in my dad's name. I see a lot of familiar faces of those here to give in the name of their own loved ones. We've all heard each other's stories. Many are sad, all are heartfelt. All of us are here to make something sad into something beautiful, something meaningful. So to all of you that have heard our story for many years now, I apologize for the repetition. For the seniors, I would like to share the story of how this scholarship came to be because of students just like you. My dad was not your typical anything. He was a surgeon, but he didn't like golf, and he loved dirty jokes. and he bought his sneakers at Walmart. Although surgeons are kind of notorious for being brief and gruff, he prided himself on his bedside manner, and he spent time with his patients and their families, making sure that they understood a procedure or their condition and what they could expect. He was very old-fashioned, yet open-minded. He loved antique boats, and he restored them for fun. He loved to fly fish, and he would make his own flies while singing John Denver or Jim Croce songs. He read science fiction, and he loved Harry Potter. He would stay up way too late reading and would drive my mother crazy in the morning by hitting the snooze button over and over. My friends and I still reminisce about him crashing our campfires and playing the guitar for us for hours. He would learn the songs that we loved, and we would sing with him. My dad was cheap when it came to himself, but generous when it came to others. He was freakishly smart, but he always knew that he had so much more to learn. He was beloved, and he is still missed. Excuse me. At the end of his long battle with cancer, my principal at the time asked if my father liked music. My dad loved music. He grew up surrounded by music and singing in his home. When he was a bit older, he fell in love with the music of the 70s and teaching himself to play the guitar. Music was an outlet and a sense of comfort. My principal sent our school's select choir to sing for my dad during his last days. It was a gift to us all. I remember looking at the young faces in my parents' living room and wondering if they understood just what a moment they were a part of, what a gift that they were giving us. Allowing my dad to hear their beautiful voices fill his home and listening as he shared his own stories were seemingly simple acts of kindness, but it was poignant and it was profound. We knew it was the end, and although we were heartbroken, we all knew that we were part of something very special. My dad died 2 days later, and those same students sang at his funeral. The following year, a senior wrote their college essay about the experience of singing for my dad. And it was then that my mom and I realized what a perfect tribute it would be to start a scholarship in his name. A tribute not only to him and the quality person he was, but to the young voices that took a very sad time and made it very beautiful. That's the story behind the scholarship. It's a small gift born from a much larger one that began almost 15 years ago. Its meaning cannot be measured in the dollars. They will be spent far too fast. Its meaning comes from the man that it honors and the kindness of Tunkhannock students. This year, it's my honor to award the W. Dayton Shelley Scholarship on behalf of my mother, Diane, my brother, Lee, and on behalf of the students that inspired it to one of my former students. I remember this student in freshman English class as kind, intelligent, patient, and focused. Although she has a range of talents and interests, she balances it all with poise and grace, yet she seems most content when she is playing her music. This year's recipient will be attending Lebanon Valley College to study neuroscience. What's that? This year's recipient of $1,000 in W. Dayton Shelley's name is Ashley Darrow.
The Ambrose Dutch Keller Award at the Community Foundation, presented by Mary Keller.
Each year, the Keller family has the honor of selecting a recipient for the Ambrose Dutch Keller Memorial Scholarship. Dutch Keller was an educator and a coach in the Tunkhannock School District at the time of his death in 1967. The scholarship was begun in honor of Dutch to award a graduate who excelled not only academically but also athletically throughout their high school year. To be eligible, the graduate must be ranked in the upper 1/3 of the graduating class and also have earned at least 5 varsity letters. This year's recipient of the Ambrose Dutch Keller Scholarship is Michael Sickler.
the Frank J. Valvano Memorial Scholarship at the Community Foundation, presented by Abby Valvano.
The Frank Valvano Scholarship is awarded each year in honor of my dad, who was the assistant superintendent here of Tunkhannock up until his retirement in 2007. This award is intended to recognize a student who embodies the characteristics that my dad felt so strongly about: being hardworking and persistent in both the classroom and the athletic field, who participates in other school activities that my dad appreciated, especially music and the arts, and who is involved in community service, particularly with organizations that my dad also contributed his time and leadership to. My dad would be so pleased to know that this year his scholarship will be awarded to someone who, in addition to being a solid student, is also a track and field athlete, and not just any track and field athlete, but a thrower, which definitely earned bonus points in his book. As much as my dad used to love to watch me run distance, he never understood why someone would choose to run that far unless they're being chased. So he would find our recipient much more sensible in his choice of events. But if that weren't all enough, this student is also involved in the band, playing alto sax, and volunteers with the Red Cross. Please join me in congratulating our 2022 recipient, Jevrit Brower.
The Christopher J. Packer Memorial Scholarships, presented by Sally Edenizio.
Oh, those lights are bright. Good evening. I think Melissa put it so well when she said it's, a sad night for the presenters, but it does mean a lot that we're doing some good for the future students the current students of Tunkhannock that are going into their futures. Christopher was a junior at Tunkhannock, planning to go to a trade school for a hands-on career in welding. But in May of 2013, he was killed in an ATV accident. Since 2014, we have given a scholarship for students also going into some kind of school to learn a trade. However, this year, for the first time, we received no applicants. So we decided to open it up to four-year college candidates. We got many extremely well-rounded applicants, excellent in their classes, accomplished in extracurricular activities, family-oriented, and involved in the community, and also their church. They made it so difficult to choose, so we decided to focus on who reminded us more of Chris's personality and interests. And by the way, I'm proud to hear so many of the applicants have already received scholarships tonight. Christopher was fun-loving, personable, and well-liked by everyone. He was a volunteer for various community events. He enjoyed both his friends and his family. He was a natural athlete. He was good at whatever he tried, and he put all his heart into it. Whether it was football, running, golf, tennis. I taught him tennis and thought I was pretty good, so he naturally picked it up and whooped me. But he was an especially good wrestler. His twin brother Dave and older brother Kevin were also wrestlers. And we're very happy to say that the wrestlers at Tunkhannock hold an annual golf tournament each fall, and donate generously to his memorial scholarship. Chris grew up at Lake Cary. He enjoyed the water, fishing, hunting, hiking through the woods, and being outdoors in general. He was a good student, but he really preferred and had the talent for doing things with his hands. He worked often helping his dad doing masonry work or building things. He was ambitious and energetic, always working various part-time jobs. There were 2 scholarship applicants that checked all of the boxes that we asked of them and that most reminded us of Chris. So will these 2 young men, they happen to be, join me on stage and hold your applause as I tell you about them. The first is Mason Rocco Grandi and Brian Lucas Savage. Both were accepted by many fine schools, both decided on Penn State University. Brady majoring in biology before entering medical school in the future. Mason will be majoring in mechanical engineering. Both enjoy the outdoors and enjoy using their hands doing things. Brady has worked as a carpenter's apprentice and likes hiking, camping, kayaking, fishing, snowboarding, and being with his family. Mason has worked outdoors on his brother's farm since he was 9 and likes working on cars and trucks and farm equipment. Both are scholar athletes and show leadership abilities in extracurricular and community activities. Brady has been a member of lacrosse, swim, and soccer teams, on student council and the steering committee, director of the concession stand throughout high school. He helped run a youth soccer camp, volunteers for the Special Olympics, has also raised money for the local soup kitchen, and has been a camp counselor. Mason volunteers at the fire department carnival and makes pizza for them. He puts flags in the cemetery on Memorial Day for the veterans, has helped move the Tunkhannock Library, mentored the Junior Tigers, held office in the Ag Club, and participated in many competitions throughout his high school career. So congratulations to you both, and to all the wonderful applicants and the whole class of 2022. The best of everything in your future. Thank you very much.
The Molly Coker Memorial Scholarship, presented by the family of Molly Coker.
Molly passed away a year ago next week. She was 13, and she loved life. She was a big sister. She saved tadpoles. She fenced with college students. She understood Lord of the Rings when she was 7. And she loved Doctor Who and many other things. And in light of this, there's some things that make more sense to read from someone else's words. And this is what I'm saying. This was by Peter Capaldi. He was the 12th Doctor. And this is from his farewell speech before Judy Whitaker, who's the 13th doctor, took over. I'm sorry, that's my put my daughter to sleep alarm. And my daughter's obviously with me, so she's not going to bed just yet. I beg your pardon. Moms, we have lots of alarms, don't we? So this is the farewell speech that Peter Capaldi performed in his last episode. And it pretty much encapsulates Molly. If you knew her, you knew this is pretty much who she was. Never be cruel, never be cowardly. Remember, hate is always foolish and love is always wise. Always try to be nice, never fail to be kind. Laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. And that's Molly to a T. Soon after word got out that she passed away, our dear friend, Dr. Wilcox, was instrumental in setting up the scholarship and raising money and spearheading the foundation. And we've been very blessed by the generosity of friends and family and strangers that have helped to make sure that Molly's love of learning and life and passion continues. And as we say these things, rather than saying rest in peace, we say GNU, which means you say their name. And you keep being their hands, wherever they are. So this scholarship, the first annual scholarship for Molly, goes to Ashley Dewar. Pardon me. And we say GNU Molly. And we ask you to light the lantern in her honor. Can you give her the lantern, please? Thank you. That's us.
The Robin Schultz Memorial Scholarship, presented by Kendra and Bill Schultz, Debbie and Lance Montross.
Good evening. My name is Kendra Schultz, and on behalf of the Schultz and Montross families, I would like to present the Robin Schultz Memorial Scholarship. My mother, Robin Schultz, passed away on October 15, 2020. Some of her endless titles included being a loving wife, mother, daughter, sister, sister-in-law, teacher, friend, coach, mentor, and many more. I always knew she had a lifelong impact on numerous individuals, but after her passing, it was enamoring the amount of love, support, and grief that outpoured throughout the community for the loss of my extraordinary mother. The kind words and acts of generosity were beyond moving for our family, and we are endlessly grateful for the way that this community lifted us up through such devastating times. One of my mother's proudest accomplishments was being a fifth grade teacher. There were many nights she would come home with the biggest smile on her face, and I knew I was about to hear hours of stories about the amazing doings of her students that day. And probably multiple times, because my dad, sister, and I always got home at different hours of the night. But each time I heard the stories, her passion and enthusiasm while telling them was unwavering, and I couldn't help to be captivated by her. Her pride in helping shape these young individuals was quite unmatched. I stand here in awe knowing that many individuals in this room were her students many years ago, and I'm sure there was an amazing story about each of you. See, it didn't matter what kind of student each child was, because she always managed to find the kindness in each of their hearts and stories. This was often the way she lived life with any person she encountered, because in her eyes, kindness always mattered the most. Another extreme source of her pride was found within the athletics of our community. You would often find her at numerous sporting events not too far from the umpires or referees so that she could chirp in their ears while also being the loudest one-woman cheering section you ever heard. Sports touched her heart
in such a way that she would often cry with pride as she watched each game or event. And being her daughter attending the games with her, I would often give her many elbows and say, "Mom, knock it off, you're embarrassing me." Looking back, though, I now strive to be the woman she was in the stands and embrace the way sports can move people. Lastly, as many of you in this room may have encountered, my mom was one of the strongest individuals I had ever met. Life threw many obstacles her way, but she faced them head-on every time with passion and determination. She was an extreme advocate for women empowerment and raised 2 strong daughters to carry out her legacy. She also often fought for individuals who did not have the opportunity to stand up for themselves. And I often felt bad for the person on the other side of those arguments because somehow my mom crammed the intimidation factor of a 6'5" man into her tiny little 5'2" body. Mom always fought to make this community, and quite frankly, the world, a better place, and encouraged all who were around her to do the same. It is very odd to think that 3 years ago, I was sitting where you all are, attending this award ceremony with my mother. And now here I am presenting one in her honor. But I think that also represents the message to never take life for granted because it is so precious and so short. My mother taught me to live every day as beautifully and relentlessly as I could. And she showed me that through the beautiful legacy that she left behind. Be that role model who advocates for young children and sees their kindness. Be that crazy fan in the stands who embarrasses their children and anyone within a 10-foot radius. Be that light in a world that can seem so unbelievably dark at times. The applicants this year each showed a passion for athletics along with a token of kindness within them. Whether they did or didn't encounter my mom, they somehow all displayed pieces of her strong-willed, kind, and beautiful character. This community should be very proud of the strong young woman going out into the world. It is with great honor that I announce that the Robin Schultz Memorial Scholarship goes to Karen Whitaker.
The Anna Van Auken Memorial Scholarship, presented by Paul and Luann Van Auken.
So our daughter, Anna Van Auken, she would have graduated with the class of 2020. She tragically passed away in May of 2019, very suddenly, very unexpected. She was a kind and loving person who, more than anything, she enjoyed helping others, volunteering for charitable causes, and for those in need. Basically, just on a day-to-day basis, just being there, being a good friend, being a good person, not being mean, not caring about your status, if you're a popular kid or you're the cool kid. She didn't care. She's gonna be nice to you, she's gonna be a friend. She loved art, she loved animals, she had a special gift for drawing and capturing the beauty of the world. So during the application process, we asked the potential applicants to list specifically some things that they do, not just volunteering, but some things that they do on a daily basis, because that's what life is about, and that's what Anna would do on a daily basis. The responses were really interesting. They're heartwarming, and there's some of the things that I would have seen Anna doing. In fact, some of them, I'd really like to see the backstory on some of the people, on what they did. So there was really some heartwarming, wonderful things. And part of the application process, how we picked people, was that we could see Anna doing that. So we're very excited to give out these scholarships. So Anna would look out for basically the underdog and the kid who needed a friend, who hasn't been there. But she would purposely go out, pick that person who was down, and try to make their life better, which is a wonderful, wonderful gift that she had. She was a gift to everyone that she met, and she's dearly, dearly, dearly missed. We ask the class of 2022, as they embark upon the world, spread love and kindness to all you meet, as Anna would have, as everybody in this room should, especially in the crazy world that we have right now. It's tough, right? It's tougher being a kid, and I many times think of Anna, how would you navigate this world? Start with love and kindness. That's all we can do. Help those in need that are less fortunate than you, and be kind to the quiet kids and get to know what they may have to offer in the world, because she was a quiet kid. You may not, even in the world of work when you're an adult, there's always people that you're quiet and, make the effort to get to know them. They can be really a gift, and I assure you that's what Anna was. So in memory of Anna, we are awarding 3 $1,500 scholarships, and as we are looking at them, you guys did some wonderful things. You did things that I could certainly see Anna doing, and that's a wonderful thing. So 3 $1,500 scholarships to the following: Ashley Darrow, Evan Skavronsky, and Emily Weaver. Thank you so much. God bless.
The Damon Young Memorial Scholarship, presented by Suzanne Young, Sarah and Will Lipinski.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, class of 2022, on your upcoming graduation, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. My name is Suzanne Young, and I'm happy to be here tonight to honor my son presenting the 16th annual Damon S. Young Memorial Scholarship. Over the past 16 years, it has been our pleasure to have given 30 scholarships to seniors. I'd like to introduce you to my family. Usually we're all here, but circumstances have prevented some from attending. So this is my daughter, Sarah Lipinski, and my grandson, William Lipinski. My son, Kenny, is unable to be here. He is at the district track meet. Sarah's husband, Paul, and son, Andrew, are at a junior high track meet. And Kenny's wife, Courtney, is home with their 3 little girls, all under 5 years old. My husband, also named Damon, died in 2010, 3.5 years after our son. So that's why he's not here. We say he died of a broken heart. I want to thank the Tunkhannock Area School District for giving us the opportunity to present this scholarship. 25 years ago, when Sarah was graduating, I was sitting in your seat. I listened to the stories of the people who were being remembered by scholarships. It made me pause and think of them, but little did I know that I would be presenting a scholarship a few short years later. This is so meaningful to us because it gives us the opportunity to tell you about Damon, for whom this scholarship is given. He graduated from Tunkhannock Area High School in 2001, where he was successful in both athletics and academics. He was a member of the National Honor Society and Steering Committee. Damon was voted most athletic in his senior class and received many honors and awards for his success in varsity cross country, basketball, and track and field. He continued his education at Penn State University and graduated in May 2006 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Wildlife and Fishery Science. He planned on pursuing a career in his field. Damon was a true gentleman, kind, caring, and polite. He was a steadfast friend to many, and nothing meant more to him than his family. His love for us came first in his life. Damon had an unsurpassed love for nature's beauty and enjoyed camping, hiking, fishing, biking, and many other outdoor activities. He was an active conservationist and strongly believed in preserving everything wild for future generations. Damon was diagnosed with kidney cancer in 2004 at the age of 22 while a student at Penn State. He bravely battled this disease for 2 years, even completing his degree while ill. But on September 18, 2006, Damon passed away at home with all of us around him. He was only 24 years old and had such a promising life ahead of him. When Damon was sick, he expressed an interest in having a race in his memory. Each year we hold a 5K, 10K run-walk on the third Saturday in June called the Damon S. Young Memorial Scholarship Race. This year, the race is on Saturday, June 18th, the day before Damon's birthday. It's unbelievable, but he would be 40 years old this year. Where has all this time gone? We are pleased to continue to raise enough funds to be able to present an award to seniors each year. Again, we feel very, very fortunate to have given 30 scholarships in the past 16 years. We'd love to see you at the race. Register online. I'm going to give you a plug. Register online at ultrasignup.com and enter our zip code, 18657. You will see Damon's race listed. We'd love to see you there. The recipient this year is a member of National Honor Society, Steering Committee, and Student Council. He competes in soccer, swimming, and lacrosse, earning varsity letters in these sports. He is the student who is a friend to all, with a strong work ethic, which makes him stand out among his peers. He is an honest, respectful, and conscientious citizen in and out of school. He wrote that family is very important to him and feels lucky to have a loving and supportive family. His future plans include attending Penn State University. The winner of the 16th annual Damon S. Memorial Scholarship and the recipient of $1,500 is Brady Lucasavage. Congratulations, Brady, and best wishes for continued success. Thank you.
The Tunkhannock Lions Club Scholarship, presented by Tom Henry.
It's an honor to be here tonight with so many beautiful, caring people. Thank you. I'm going to keep it real short. Tonight's winner of the Tunkhannock Lions Club is Haley Long.
The Rose Bruno Memorial Scholarship from the estate of Ron Slamis, presented by Katie Wisnowski.
Good evening. The Rose Bruno Memorial Scholarship Fund was established to offer a college scholarship to a qualified senior who demonstrates a commitment to their education, their community, and their after-school job. The scholarship is in the amount of $1,000. Many students applied this year, and the committee loved reviewing each answer to our questions and reflecting upon which answers sounded most like Ron Salamis, the man who first created this scholarship in memory of a woman who tragically lost her life during an accident with a railroad cable while Ron was working for the Erie-Lackawanna Railroad and Conrail. Ron passed in 2009, but it was his wish that his estate would continue to fund the scholarship to carry the legacy of Rose Bruno forward. Ron was my dad's best friend since high school. and he had an unshakable work ethic. After retiring from the railroad, he worked with my father as a landscaper. I remember both of them arriving home after a long day of work in the scalding sun to unload their dump trucks, and I would look at Ron's sneakers. The soles would be worn and covered in dirt, and yet Ron would always say, "A good pair of sneakers will get you through an honest day of work." With this in mind, the committee was delighted to read in response to our essay question, "What is the greatest invention in today's society?" that this applicant had selected sneakers. And we instantly thought of not only Ron's athletic career, but also his go-to sneakers, which he wore everywhere. On those hot days working outside, Ron would also always wear a sweatband on his forehead to catch the sweat from dripping in his eyes. My teenage self always thought he looked like the Karate Kid, which was one of his favorite movies. As a teacher, we talk to our students about making sure that they have mature email addresses as they begin to apply to college. You're probably wondering, where am I going with this? But as we flipped through this young man's application, once again, we saw Ron's spirit there. This applicant's email is karatekid701@gmail.com. Finally, in order to be considered for this scholarship, the student must have an after-school job. And it is this student's work ethic outside of the classroom and his commitment to his job at 415 Pro Hardware, located on the right side of the rock cut in Dallas, that most reminded us of Ron. It is common to see this applicant, his pit vipers on, chatting about mulch or fertilizer, the grills that they have stocked, but only Weber grills, pet food, or pressure washers with my fellow colleagues. He loves to talk about his job. Some of his other favorite phrases include, "I'm forklift certified at 415. My knowledge is vast, just like our selection of hardware. Did you know that we sell Stihl chainsaws? If I build your grill, you'll get a 2-year warranty." And in case you did not know, this young man can also mix your paint. We hope that before he leaves for Penn State, his selected college, to pursue a degree in business marketing and analytics, that he might sell a few rose bushes at 415 Pro Hardware, follow them on Facebook, in memory of Rose Bruno. And when you put on your sneakers, that you will think of Ron, a man who believed that every single life he encountered mattered. Congratulations to this year's winner of the Rose Bruno Memorial Scholarship, Colin Fetterman.
The Frank L. Mazzio Sr. Memorial Scholarship, presented by Debbie Mazzio Dunbar and Maria Mazzio Brannon. The first annual Frank L. Mazzio Sr. Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who will attend a 4-year college or university in the fall of 2022, majoring in education. This scholarship recognizes the student who embodies Frank's passion for education and lifelong pursuit of learning. Frank spent close to 40 years in his beloved field as an English and driver's education teacher at Falls Overfield High School and then at Tunkhannock area after the merger. He later served his students as assistant high school principal and continued as an administrator at TAHS until his retirement. Frank was greatly admired by his students, his faculty, and the entire Tunkhannock community. He truly enjoyed watching his students develop into well-educated and well-rounded adults. The first annual Frank L. Mazzio Sr. Scholarship is awarded to Elena Ritz. the Stonehouse Integrity Scholarship, presented by Ben Robinson.
Feels good to be here tonight. Thanks for letting me be a part of the event. My name is Ben Robinson, and it was only 10 years ago that I was sitting right with where you guys are, just trying to figure out the next chapter of my life. I found that next chapter, and a couple years ago, I found my perfect career path, and that was when Stonehouse Retirement Income Planners invited me to be a part of their team. Right here in Tunkhannock. I'm here just as a person that no matter what you're thinking about doing now or where you're headed next, just keep your head up and your eyes open for those opportunities. Sometimes you might have to chase them, and sometimes they're right in front of you. In 2021, Stonehouse continued its tradition of investing in our community by asking our clients to be involved in an event focused on establishing a scholarship to benefit local students. Our first year, we targeted $20,000 for a contribution goal, and we ended up funding it with $32,000. Our goal is to build it to $100,000, just in hopes to be able to continue to make a difference to our local students who are excited about that next chapter. The Stonehouse Integrity Scholarship was created with a pretty simple formula in mind. Individuals can be measured and graded by many different ways on many different topics, but integrity is the informal summation of all of these things. Is this individual someone who people can believe in, standing behind you in case you fall, or leading you towards something wonderful? Tonight I'm excited and honored to announce our first $5,000 scholarship awarded to one individual who we can answer yes to all those questions. Congratulations to Brady Lucas Savage.
The Gary E. June Memorial Scholarship, presented by Mark June.
Good evening. My sister was unable to be here tonight. She is watching her daughter play softball. Myself, I've missed my son's baseball game, but I felt it was important to be here. If we were listening to my father, he would have told us to go to the games. The Gary E. June Scholarship was created to honor our father and help a Tunkhannock baseball player continue with his academic career. A simple question was asked on the application: what does the game of baseball mean to you? In our family, and stealing a line from the movie Field of Dreams, baseball has marked the time for us. Now is the time for us to honor him for the love of this game. The love of baseball started for him as a young boy and continued through his entire life. From the 1950s to the 1990s, a player with the last name of June had been involved with Tunkhannock baseball, with his brothers Woody and Tim playing in the 50s and 70s, and himself playing in the 60s, and helping coach with his greatest and best friends, Duke Casterline, in the 80s. I was a member of the 1990 Tunkhannock District 2 Championship baseball team as a second baseman. Excuse me. It was the first district championship that Tunkhannock had won since 1965. On that 1965 team was a second baseman named Gary June. In a crucial game versus rival Abington Heights, my father laced a triple to center, scoring Dave Gay and Chip Smales. The paper read the following day: the little second baseman's blast provided all the runs the Tigers would need that day in a 2-1 win. I am sure Dave Gay's 15 strikeouts helped as well, but it was his shining moment. He was just simply known for being a great teammate. Baseball is a game designed to break your heart, but also a game, if you love it, it will love you back. Many of our greatest memories of him, whether it was trips to Yankee Stadium, following our athletic careers, or just the look in his eyes, watching his grandchildren play the game he loved. Which leads us to tonight's winner. I first saw this young man on a ball diamond as a 10-year-old. I could tell then he was going to be a special ball player. I followed his career through social media, in the places he has traveled, and the work and commitment he has made to this game. And I'm sure his family as well. A 4-year starter as a catcher for Tunkhannock, which says a lot for itself. The catcher is usually the toughest player on the field because of all the responsibilities the position demands. In a few of his statements, in his response to our question, he quoted, "His first memories since he was able to walk were about baseball. It is a sport that teaches many life lessons outside of just a sport. I play to win, and I am a winner at heart, and will do anything to win for my team, family, and community. It is my life, and quite honestly, my love." Tommy Sheridan, that story sounds very familiar to our family. We would like to congratulate you for winning our Fowler Scholarship and wish you the best as you follow your dreams on your way to Canisius.
The Tunkhannock Area Education Association Scholarships presented by Ellen Harvey.
Good evening. The Tunkhannock Area Education Association awards 4 $1,000 scholarships to students planning on furthering their education. We are proud of the work our students have accomplished in their years with us, and we wish them the best in their futures. Please hold your applause till I list all 4 names. Congratulations to this year's recipients: Olivia Anderson, Alyssa Kowalczyk, Michael Sickler, and Jordan Wagner.
The Bryce Brown Memorial Scholarship, presented by the Brown family, Samantha Stephens and Josie Frisco.
Hello, my name is Samantha Stevens.
And I'm Josie Frisco.
We are here tonight, along with Bryce's family, to honor Bryce by presenting the 4th annual Bryce Brown Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was made possible through donations from family, friends, and the community to honor his life and to provide financial support to a Tunkhannock area high school graduate who exemplifies the qualities Bryce possessed. This scholarship is offered in memory of Bryce, whose life was cut tragically short due to health complications at the age of 18. He was born on May 1st, 1999, with a rare blood disorder. His health struggles continued throughout his life, but he never let it stop him from pursuing his dreams or let it negatively impact his life. After Bryce's passing, his classmates created bracelets with "Be Nice Like Bryce" on them. This act demonstrated the fact that his kindness truly impacted many.
Bryce enjoyed life. He loved farming and working on the family farm. He also loved playing baseball and wrestling, riding his dirt bike, snowboarding, and hanging out with his friends. This year, we were able to give 2 scholarships. This year's recipients demonstrated many of the same qualities and interests that Bryce possessed. This first recipient especially shares a love for wrestling and working with children to help them improve and find a love of wrestling. The second recipient lives his life showing kindness every day to everyone, but especially to his family and siblings. Both of this year's recipients are known for their kindness, hard work, and love of helping others. This year's 4th annual Bryce Brown Memorial Scholarship recipients are Owen Woods and Ryan Vaness.
The Russell Fox Senior Honorary Scholarship at the Community Foundation, presented by Jeanette Siegel.
Congratulations, soon-to-be graduates. My name, for those of you who don't know, is Jeanette Siegel. I teach 8th grade language arts here at Tunkhannock, and I will be presenting the Russell Fox Memorial Scholarship tonight on behalf of my family. My father, Russell Fox, was not only a graduate of the Tunkhannock Area School District, but also went on to teach in the Industrial Arts Department at our high school for over 25 years. During his tenure, he taught classes in electronics, graphics, photography, yearbook, mechanical drawing, wood shop, and metal shop. He believed that all students should have the opportunity to learn practical skills in addition to their traditional academic course studies. And he was instrumental in maintaining our industrial arts program at a time when many other school districts were sending their tech students to out-of-district schools. As a result, and in conjunction with our challenging math and science programs, Tunkhannock High School has always produced some remarkable engineering students. And this year's recipient of the Russell Fox Senior Memorial Scholarship will certainly add to that list. All the applicants this year were impressive, but one student captured the committee's attention with his stellar recommendations, challenging course load, impressive grades, and obvious work ethic. For the last 2 years, I have taught online courses, and I know that even strong students sometimes struggle with maintaining a productive online workday. Not this student. While maintaining a schedule filled with honors and AP courses during our crazy and sometimes unpredictable COVID online workdays, this student managed to earn A's and top AP scores. At the time of this application, he had already been accepted into the engineering programs of schools like Bucknell and Rensselaer. Several reference letters mentioned his work ethic, his perseverance in the face of hardship, his dedication to community, and his determination to succeed. One former teacher called him one of his top 5 most impressive students ever. Who is this hardworking paragon? I am pleased to announce that this year's recipient of the Russell Fox Senior Memorial Scholarship is Evan Brody.
The Chesapeake Energy Corporation Scholarship, presented by Matthew Shepard.
Well, on behalf of all of the employees of Chesapeake Energy across Northeast Pennsylvania, thank you so much for having us here tonight in what is truly an incredible event. And congratulations to all the graduates and the award winners this evening. Chesapeake is a big believer in STEM education and the role it plays in the future of our region, and we are proud to help excellent students continue their academic careers. We were blown away by the quality of the applicants this year, and thank you to everybody who applied. And tonight, we are awarding a $2,000 scholarship to Catherine Banta, who plans on studying information science and technology at Penn State University. Congratulations, Catherine.
The Tunkhannock Rotary Club Scholarships, presented by Jody Kremel.
Good evening. I'm actually not going to do Rotary first. I have 3 to do, so I'm starting with my husband, Bob. Congratulations to all your seniors. Graduating from high school is a big deal and a lot of fun. Good for you all. Today, I am presenting our yearly award to a person who has an exciting future ahead, and we offer our warmest wishes. But first, I would like to tell you about Bob Kremel and why we find it important to award a scholarship in his memory. The Bob Kremel Memorial Scholarship is presented each year to the graduating senior who most emulates the values of Bob Kremel. Bob was a health and phys ed teacher at the middle school for more than 30 years. This used to be a middle school. He had a fun sense of humor and loved teaching and greatly enjoyed the contagious energy and laughter of his students. Bob loved telling corny jokes, and he told so many that his students would trade jokes with him. He was known by his fellow teachers and administrators for telling innocent jokes. Bob was a big believer in never taking yourself too seriously, and that with some creativity, every day could be fun. He made friends with people easily and exasperated them easily too. He especially loved interrupting his fellow teachers during their lessons to tell jokes, pull pranks, and generally cause a disturbance. Did he ever do that to you? Bob believed that hard work and not talent is what makes each person successful. His favorite students were those who strove to be the best version of themselves. He was incredibly proud of those students who worked hard in the classroom and in their athletic endeavors. Bob also very much enjoyed coaching, especially football, but coached lots of different sports throughout his teaching career. From swimming to baseball to basketball to football, he appreciated being able to help students do their best in all parts of life. Because Bob loved telling jokes, I will share my favorite corny joke. What would happen if seagulls flew over the bay? They would be bagels. In addition to telling corny jokes, Bob loved when a new joke was shared with him. Our family knows that he would be delighted that so many terrible jokes were being told in his memory. So I'd like to close by sharing the joke that this year's recipient shared with us. A father and son were driving in a truck together. The father said, "There's a flock of cows." And the child replies, "Herd of cows." And the father responds, "Yes, I've heard of cows. There's a flock of them right there." The 2022 Bob Kremel Memorial Scholarship Award winner is Ryan Van Ness. I'm still not going to do Rotary. This time it's BPW, Business and Professional Women. But we have to start with a joke because we ended the last stuff with jokes. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies! Okay, the Tunkhannock Business and Professional Women's Organization, BPW for short, was founded locally in 1947 by a group of women who were interested in promoting equality for working area women. Our national organization, known as Business and Professional Women's Foundation, was founded in 1920, immediately after women won the long-fought battle for the right to vote. The Tunkhannock BPW, the mission is to achieve equality for all working women in the workplace through advocacy, education, and information. Throughout the years, BPW's agenda has focused on the following legislative issues. The first issue, the elimination of sex discrimination in employment by achieving equal pay for all working women. On the average, women need to work 3 extra months to equal the wages of their male counterparts. Second issue, promoting the passage of the Equal Rights Amendment by all 50 states. This amendment still has not been ratified, even though it was introduced in Congress in 1923. The third major issue is supporting legislation that will eliminate violence against women and create public awareness of this critical issue. Lastly, BPW is involved in assisting women military veterans and mentoring young career women. In 1947, when our Tunkhannock organization was created, Fran Coleman, a World War II veteran, a businesswoman, and a mother of 3, served as the first president of the Tunkhannock BPW organization. It is for this reason we have named our scholarship in memory of this amazing woman. This year, the Tunkhannock Business and Professional Women are proud and pleased to award our 51st annual Fran Coleman Memorial Scholarship to a deserving Tunkhannock High School graduate. After reviewing the many applicants that we received, the committee has selected Eliza Vega as this year's recipient. Now we'll do Rotary. Okay, so you need a joke for this too. What do you call a row of rabbits hopping backwards? A receding hairline. Rotary is a global network of 1.2 million neighbors, friends, leaders, and problem solvers who see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe in our communities and in ourselves. Solving real problems takes real commitment and vision. For more than 110 years, Rotary's people of action have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. From literacy and peace to water and health, we are always working to better our world and stay committed to the end. Our mission is to provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. The Tunkhannock Rotary is awarding 2 academic scholarships this year. Each scholarship is for $1,000, awarded to students we believe embody our mission. Both of these students are impressive for their goals, and we wish them the best as they seek to aid our community, both locally and nationally, each in the medical field. They both seem to have adopted the Rotary model of service above self. I will identify them alphabetically, and if you'll just stay seated till I'm done. The first is a letter-winning member of the lacrosse team, a letter-winning member of the swim team, part of the medaling freestyle and medley relay teams, a letter winner in soccer, and part of the National Honor Society. He has volunteered at Special Olympics and helped with the Hunger Outreach Program and was a Rotary short-term exchange student. Our first academic scholarship winner is Brady Lucas-Savage. The second is a letter-winning member of the football team and a letter-winning member of the lacrosse team. He has many, many honors from both sports. He is part of the National Honor Society. He has volunteered with several Triton Hose fundraisers and been part of the Wall That Heals. He has been a Boy Scout for many years and accomplished several service projects with the Boy Scouts. Our second academic scholarship winner is Michael Sickler.
The remainder of our scholarship awards will be presented by school counselor Eliza Comley. The The Jeff Schaefer Memorial Scholarship, sponsored by the Tunkhannock Moose Lodge 1276, was to be presented by Lyle Widrick. While he is unable to be with us this evening, I am pleased to announce on his behalf that the recipient of the Jeff Schaefer Memorial Scholarship for 2022 is Mason Rocco Grande. The Joan Carter Bean Scholarship at the Community Foundation. These words from the Bean family. In the spring of 1998, our family presented the first Joan Carter Bean Memorial Scholarship at Tunkhannock Area High School. To date, 24 graduates of Tunkhannock have been assisted in their college journeys by the generosity of the people that loved our mom. And we've been without our mom since June of 1997. A piece of our hearts is forever missing, but we have tried as a family to fill that place with love. We are honored tonight to present this year's scholarship to a senior who values so many of the qualities and activities that our mom and our family hold dear. Joni Carter was a 1952 graduate of Tunkhannock, where she was a cheerleader, actress, artist, and scholar. She grew up at her beloved Lake Cary, was graduated from Penn State in 1956, became a wife, mother, and eventually a grandmother. She put family first, but always cherished her ties to Tunkhannock. She taught Vacation Bible School, Sunday school, and was both a den mother and a Girl Scout leader. Whenever she was asked what she wanted for her birthday, her reply was always a simple, "I just want everyone to get along." That's great life advice. We are confident that this year's recipient will bring honor to our mom's life and memory. We wish you the best as you begin the next step of your journey, and all of the Beans hope that you will continue to value academics, athletics, the arts, and activities, both at school and in your community. We also hope that you will continue to honor Tunkhannock Area High School by your thoughts and actions. Thank you to all of the applicants, and sincere congratulations to our 25th honoree, Ashley Darrow. The Tunkhannock Indoor Soccer League Scholarship. The Tunkhannock Indoor Soccer League offers an indoor recreational soccer league each winter for kids within our community. The league has been providing scholarships since 2013 to graduating seniors and are proud to support our soccer athletes as they begin the next phase of their journey. The league would like to thank all of the applicants and wish them well with their future plans. In the words of Mia Hamm, celebrate what you've accomplished, but raise the bar a little higher each time you succeed. This evening, we are awarding 3 scholarships to Ian Barbini, Logan Barbini, and Schuler Hammersley. The Tammy Lynn Jervis Reeves Memorial Scholarship. Tammy Lynn Jervis was a 1983 graduate of TAHS. Upon graduation, she pursued a career as a dental hygienist. She married Ron Reeves in 1987. In 1988, she was diagnosed with leukemia, and after a hard-fought battle, succumbed to the disease in 1990. In an effort to keep Tammy's memory alive in the community, the decision was made by the Reeves and Jervis families to begin an annual scholarship to a graduating senior from TAHS in Tammy's name. It is with great pleasure that I present the Tammy Lynn Jervis Reeves Scholarship in the amount of $500 to Alyssa Kowalczyk. The Charles Edward Coach Shaw Memorial Scholarship. The Coach Charles E. Shaw Scholarship is dedicated to keeping Coach's memory alive in the Tiger community. Charlie passed away in a tragic accident in 2008. Many of Coach's former players, as well as the community, established the scholarship, a monument at the entrance of Memorial Stadium, as well as the annual Coach Shaw football game. Charlie was an all-star and district champion in football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, and track and field in his career. Coach also served the school as head football, wrestling, girls swimming, and baseball coach. Coach Shaw is a member of the East Stroudsburg University Hall of Fame, where he participated in football, wrestling, and baseball. Charlie is also a member of the Luzerne County Hall of Fame. He completed his tenure at Tunkhannock, serving as the school's athletic director. The winner of this year's $1,000 scholarship is Matt Perbola. The Ron Hobbs Memorial Award. Ron was a 1965 graduate of Tunkhannock High School. While at Tunkhannock, Ron was an all-star in basketball and district champion in track and field. Ron's real passion was basketball, and he played in numerous adult basketball leagues. He was one of the most respected basketball players in the adult circuit. Ron was often used as a practice player for the two pro teams in the area, the Scranton Miners and the Wilkes-Barre Barons. When Ron tragically passed away in 1979, many of his classmates, teammates, and friends established a scholarship for a senior basketball player. The winner of this year's $3,000 scholarship is Elena Ritz. The Jackie Dispenza Memorial Scholarship. These words from Maureen Dispenza, mother of Jackie Dispenza. Jackie Dispenza graduated from Tunkhannock High in 2007 and passed away in a car accident on her way to work in 2011 at the age of 21. She was bright, quick-witted, and had a smile that lit up every room. The Jackie Dispenza Memorial Scholarship was created by members of the Wyoming County community in her memory. Jackie struggled with anxiety and low self-esteem. To know her, you would wonder why. However, she, like so many of us, placed far too much emphasis on others' opinions rather than our own self-worth. As you move forward toward the next chapter of your lives, remember the only opinion of you that matters is your own. Let no one but you define who you are. You are in charge of your destiny. I wish you all the best for a successful, loving, as well as a rewarding life. Congratulations to the winner of this year's scholarship, Jeverett Brower. The David Clark Memorial Scholarship at the Community Foundation. The Community Foundation established the David Clark Memorial Scholarship to benefit a Tunkhannock area high school student who has overcome personal adversity to graduate from high school and go on to college. The winner of the David Clark Memorial Scholarship for 2022 is Evan Brody. The Jack Daniels Memorial Award at the Community Foundation. The Jack Daniels Memorial Scholarship is awarded annually to a college, trade school, or military-bound senior from Tunkhannock area that participates in 2 out of the 3 sports of cross-country, swimming, or track and field. The winner is determined by a formula that adds the best 2 of a student-athlete's places in an individual event at the district meets in cross-country, swimming, and/or track and field, plus the student-athlete's class rank. Additional points are also awarded for other interests and activities that are in line with Jack's interests and activities, as listed on the applicant's resume. The person for whom this scholarship is named placed 6th at varsity cross-country districts, 4th at varsity track and field districts in the 3,200-meter run, and was tied for 2nd in his class academically. Just prior to his death, following his freshman year at Tunkhannock Area High School. He was also a member of the band, varsity swim team, was active in his church, was a member of the steering committee, and was involved in SAD. After plugging all the numbers into this formula, this year's Jack Daniels Memorial Scholarship recipient is Evan Cole. The Logan C. Jennings Memorial Scholarship. This year, for the first time, the Logan C. Jennings Memorial Scholarship will be awarded. Logan was a 2020 graduate of Tunkhannock Area High School, an avid outdoorsman, a lettering athlete, and a self-motivated hard worker. After his high school graduation, Logan attended LCCC and graduated cum laude with a certificate of specialization in welding. He thoroughly enjoyed his employment at Stonehenge Golf Course and most recently at Procter & Gamble, where he was excelling. This scholarship is being awarded to a graduating senior who noticeably works hard, plays hard, and shines like Logan. A student who is similarly comfortable on the golf course and has dabbled in the red tile shop classes like Logan did, most specifically the Auto Tech program, and will continue his higher education perfecting his trade. The recipient of the Logan C. Jennings Memorial Scholarship for 2022 is Tyler Minnick. The Tunkhannock Class of 1966 Scholarship at the Community Foundation. The Tunkhannock High School Class of 66 established a scholarship with the aid of the Community Foundation of the Endless Mountains to honor their 50th anniversary since graduating from good old THS. Any college, trade school, or military-bound seniors from the current TAHS graduating class are encouraged to apply for consideration of the scholarship. The applicants are judged on their worthiness based on their resume, financial need, intended college major, class rank, grade point average, school activity involvement, community involvement, volunteer involvement, professional job experience, and other information that the applicants provide on their application. The redacted applications are then emailed to roughly 50 alumni from the THS class of 66. The alumni are asked to read over the anonymous redacted applications and then email back their choices of their top 3 candidates. Roughly 40% of the alumni that were sent redacted applications respond. 3 points are awarded for their top choice, 2 points for their second choice, and 1 point for their third choice. This year's recipient of the THS Class of 66 Scholarship Award is Haley Long. The Tunkhannock Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution Scholarship. The Tunkhannock Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution has been involved in the local community since 1900 with a core mission to promote patriotic, educational, community, and conservation projects in Wyoming County, as well as to bring attention to the important role that area citizens have played in making our local history so very rich. Students who have graduated from Tunkhannock Area High School have also done their part in contributing to the general welfare of our Commonwealth and nation through education and service. Young men and women from this school district have also been faithful in their commitment to this country as outstanding members of our military, and for this we are grateful. We, therefore, take pleasure in awarding this scholarship, knowing that in some small way we are able to help a student pursue their goals of preparing for the next round in their education. We are pleased to present the 2022 scholarship to Everett Brower. The Tunkhannock Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award. For more than a century, the members of the Daughters of the American Revolution have dedicated themselves to the historical preservation, encouragement of patriotic endeavors, and the promotion of education. These goals are as relevant in today's society as they were when the organization was founded in 1890. We are a non-political, volunteer women's service organization with each member having proven lineal descent from a patriot of the American Revolution. The recipient of the Good Citizen is selected by his school and has shown the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. This year's Good Citizen Award for Tunkhannock Area High School is Jordan Wagner. The Rott Hall American Legion Post 510 Scholarship. The Rott Hall American Legion Post 510 is located off Route 6 in Black Walnut. The formation of Post 510 was in 1932. Post 510 is part of the nation's largest veterans service organization committed to mentoring youth and sponsorship of wholesome programs in the community, advocating patriotism and honor, promoting strong national security, and continued devotion to our fellow service members and veterans. From the class of 2022, it is with pleasure that Post 510 recognizes two Tunkhannock Area High School seniors. This year's recipients will be receiving a $1,000 scholarship each, and we congratulate Michael Sickler and Ryan Van Ness. The Dr. Roger Place Memorial Scholarship. The Dr. Roger A. Place Memorial Scholarship commemorates Dr. Place's leadership as Superintendent of Schools in the Tunkhannock Area School District. The award is given annually to a college-bound graduating senior who has excelled in both scholastic and athletic endeavors and has demonstrated leadership to the local community. The recipient of this year's $2,000 scholarship award is Matthew Perbola. The Sandra M. Ide Memorial Scholarship. The Sandra Ide Memorial Scholarship is presented each year to a graduating senior who exemplifies the characteristics that best defined Sandy's personality. Sandy was passionate about helping others and valued kindness. Her family was the most important thing in the world to her. She had an infectious and never-ending smile and an outgoing personality. Although Sandy lost her battle to cancer at the young age of 51, she left an impression on the world that will never be forgotten. While all of this year's applicants were very impressive, there was one student in particular who Sandy's family felt truly embodied the traits that she most valued. This student was voted most generous in the senior class, an attribute that would have been very meaningful to Sandy. Sandy's family is very proud to present this year's scholarship to Everett Brower. The Joseph Dower Scholarship Award at the Community Foundation. The Joseph Dower Scholarship is awarded to a student who combines academic success, community service, and balance between school and outside activities, and financial need. The scholarship is a renewable 4-year award as long as the recipient maintains a 3.0 grade point average in college. The 2022 winner of the Joseph Dower Scholarship is Evan Brody. The Francis and Marion Wright Scholarship. The Francis and Marion Wright Scholarship is a one-time award for the student who is runner-up for the Joseph Dower Scholarship. The 2022 winner is Emily Weaver. The Dr. Karen Boback Community Service Award. These words on behalf of Dr. Boback. Chosen by an independent committee, this recipient was selected for this scholarship on the basis of contributions to his community and his passion to make our world a better place to live. It is my hope that he will continue to play a positive role not only in our community, but in our world. I raised my own children and those I taught with the old adage, reach for the moon and you're sure to catch a star. Congratulations and God bless you in all future endeavors. Congratulations to Everett Brower. The Ralph V. Martin Family Scholarship. The Ralph V. Martin Family Scholarship was established by the family and friends of the late Mr. Martin to provide tuition assistance to graduates in the top 25th percentile who will matriculate at college or a post-secondary degree program. This year's two recipients are Madeline Lockard and Ryan Van Ness. And now for our school awards. The Joseph Dower Endowment Fund Award. The annual Joseph Dower Endowment Fund Award is given to the student who demonstrates academic excellence through their 4 years of high school education by finishing second in the graduating class. Mr. Dower felt through this endowment he would encourage academic excellence in the Tunkhannock area schools, and it is with pleasure that we present this year's Joseph Dower Award to our 2022 salutatorian, Alyssa Kowalczyk. The Tunkhannock Area High School Scholarship Award. This annual scholarship award is given to the senior student who ranks first academically in the graduating class. This award recognizes academic excellence and encourages success in future career goals. It is my honor to present this year's scholarship award to our 2022 valedictorian, Matthew Probola. This concludes our 2022 Senior Community Awards ceremony. I congratulate all of the students who received these generous and heartfelt scholarship awards. And on behalf of the Tunkhannock Area School District, I sincerely thank each family, business, and organization which contributed to this remarkable event. Special recognition goes to school counselor Eliza Comley, who is the mastermind behind this ceremony. A round of applause for Mrs. Comley. Special thanks to Charles Richter and Kevin Kreinberg for their audio and video expertise up in the booth, Sherry Gregory for her clerical expertise in creating the program, Barb Sick right around the corner for capturing the photographs just off stage. If I haven't mentioned it specifically, and I think in the beginning I did, this event was recorded or live streamed and recorded, and it will be available for you to view on the Tunkhannock Area TASD YouTube channel found on our district home website. And with that, I wish you and your families well. Stay safe and good night.